Today, we are diving into the core ideas from the book De Architect van je Eigen Leven, which translates to The Architect of Your Own Life. We're going to talk about how you can stop, just living in your own life and really start drawing up the plans for some serious transformation. So let's get right into it. So let's just start with a really direct question, right to you. When you look around at your job, your relationships, even just your daily habits, are you the one who actually designed all this? Or, and this is the really powerful idea we're exploring, are you working off a set of plans that was just handed to you? Maybe from your family, from society, or, hey, even from a much younger version of yourself. A blueprint that, let's be honest, might be totally out of date by now. Okay, so before we can even think about building something new, we have to take a hard look at the foundation we're currently standing on. And for a lot of us, well, it's a little bit shaky. I just love this analogy from the book. I mean, think about it. Imagine trying to navigate a city like New York or London today with a map from, say, 1950. It would be a complete disaster, right? You'd be lost, frustrated, new roads wouldn't be there, old ones would be gone. And yet, that's exactly how so many of us try to navigate our incredibly complex adult lives, using a mental map we drew when we were kids.
And when you're using the wrong map, the results are, well, they're predictable. You feel frustrated. You get stuck in the same loops, hitting the same walls over and over again. You might even find yourself sabotaging amazing opportunities and not even know why you're doing it. It's that awful feeling of just spinning your wheels.
So how do we fix this? How do we start the renovation? Well, it starts by learning to read our mind's own building code. The book uses principles from Neuro-Linguistic Programming, or NLP, and you can just think of NLP as the user's manual for your own brain. It gives us real, practical tools to understand and, get this, reprogram the automatic patterns that are running our show. Now, this one idea right here, it is a total game changer. The map is not the territory. It means that what you experience as reality is really just your personal interpretation of it. It's your map, colored by your beliefs and past experiences. And you know what's so freeing about that? If it's your map, you're the one holding the pen. You can redraw it anytime you want. And this shows us exactly where we need to start drawing. See, we spend so much time trying to make changes with willpower and logic, that little 10% slice of our conscious mind. But the real powerhouse, the operating system running 90% of our life on autopilot, is the unconscious. That's where all the old blueprints are filed away. So if you want to make a real change, that's where the architectural work has to happen. To get to work, though, we first have to meet the crew that's been working against us. You could almost call them the internal demolition crew. These are our inner saboteurs. Those voices in our heads that keep trying to force us to follow that old, outdated blueprint. So let's meet the boss, the main saboteur. And trust me, you know this one well. It's the critic. This is that voice in your head that just loves absolute words like always and never. But here's the crazy part. It genuinely thinks it's protecting you. The logic is, if it can crush your hopes right now, it can save you from the pain of disappointment down the road. Does this sound at all familiar? That voice that says things like, you are a complete failure. Or, this is never going to work out for you. Or maybe, why do you even bother? Everyone else is so far ahead. It's harsh, it's absolute, and it is incredibly effective at stopping you right in your tracks. Of course, the critic doesn't work alone. It's got a couple of sidekicks. There's the distorter, which is that part of you that reads minds and just assumes you know exactly what negative things people are thinking about you. And then there's the victim, the voice that whispers that you're powerless and things are hopeless, which is actually a clever way to protect you from ever having to take a risk and possibly fail. Okay, so just becoming aware of these voices is a massive first step. But what if you could do more than just listen to them? What if you could actually change them? Well, the book gives us this amazing practical tool to do just that. It's called the submodality shift, and it's so simple, it's brilliant. First, just listen for that critical voice. Really notice it. Is it loud? Is it deep? Where does it seem to be coming from? Step 2. Just imagine there's a volume knob for that voice. Step 3 is the fun part. Mentally turn that volume knob all the way down. Then change the actual sound of the voice. Make it sound ridiculous, like Mickey Mouse or a squeaky toy. And finally, step 4. Take that tiny, squeaky voice and just move it. Move it from your head to somewhere silly, like your little toe. Seriously, you can try this right now. It's amazing.
See, what's so powerful about this is that you're not arguing with what the critic is saying. You're not trying to fight the content. You're just changing the structure of the message, how it's delivered. And let's face it, a harsh judgment whispered by a cartoon character coming from your toe, it kind of loses its authority, doesn't it? It stops being a command and becomes a weak, silly suggestion you can just laugh at.
So once you learn how to manage that old faulty wiring, you finally clear the space to do the real work, the exciting work. And that is consciously and intentionally designing your future. This is where you shift from just reacting to life to actually creating it. And this right here really captures that whole mental shift. The critic's mindset is always stuck in the past, totally obsessed with mistakes, and it only deals in absolute judgments that are designed to humiliate you and keep you small. But the architect's mindset, that's your true inner coach, is focused on the future. It sees mistakes as learning opportunities, it gives you useful feedback, not judgment, and its number one job is always to encourage you. And the ultimate masterpiece that you're designing here, the grand project, is a state the book calls coherence. Coherence is that incredible feeling of alignment, where there's just no daylight between who you are on the inside, your values, your beliefs, and what you actually do in the world. It is a life of pure authenticity. So here we are. That old, dusty blueprint from the past, it can be put away for good. You now have the awareness, you even have a practical tool to start with a blank page. The pen is back in your hand. So the only real question left is the one every great architect has to ask themselves before they lay that first stone. What will you choose to build?